mostly pink.
My name is Moni.
Hi, my name is Sze-Chin.
Hi, my name is Vivian.
Hi, my name is Shu Ning.
Hi, my name is Roxanne.
My name is Wan Xiang.
Hi everyone, my name is Gillian.
So the title of this show is Big Big Small Small, and it consists of 10 art therapists coming together to kind of showcase, their reflections on their journeys with their patients.
From here, we invite viewers to contemplate about the big and the small moments or experiences they've encountered in their lives. And hopefully through that, it's also an opportunity for us to share a little bit more about art therapy and how art therapists use their art in their own practice as well. So you can see a lot of response art being shown here. So response art is artwork that is created by art therapists. Sometimes we use art to contain very difficult materials that we've encountered during a therapy session. Sometimes it's merely a respond to some of our thoughts and experience. And sometimes, in certain cases, it's our way of sharing what we've witnessed as you would see in this art show, Big Big Small Small. Yes.
During our discussions for this project, we start talking about our experience with in our journey with our patients, and a small hug for a child that he or she look towards every day is so precious to him or her. A patient that is bounded in the hospital since hospitalisation can express the freedom by just painting and drawing 2 trees and point to me and say that he's running around and felt the freedom, and it brings great comfort to him. Another mother who has a teenager daughter, she felt the need to say I love you, and it took her 2.5 hours to finish the artwork, and a couple of days later she passed on. So there are big and small things that matters to each of us, and to each of us is always different, and that's what we hope to be able to share in this exhibition.
So my artwork is entitled I Like It Here. It's actually made of very simple materials, so cardboard made into a box with a recess and then painted over with acrylic paint, and then sort of created using also paper, magazine, small rocks and twigs, and they form this picture where I'm trying to recreate a space where it feels like a simple space, like mundane, but yet a space where one can feel like awed by the surroundings. So that's exactly how there's some places that are familiar, but yet it brings about that kind of feeling for me, where I can be at total ease, unfettered, and just feel accepted. Yeah, and I think in our journeys with patients, it's just that they may be looking for at the end of their life to be reconnected with something that's familiar, like the old place, the old food, and people that love them and they love. So it's just it's a space where like awe and simplicity can coexist. Yeah, so I'm hoping that whoever sees the artwork can also find a little bit of that joy, that childlikeness when they look at it.
My work is actually titled Self-Portraits. So I think essentially you can think of it as maybe like a journal, right? So I've kind of started this journal to reflect on my relationship with the clients that I work with, and to kind of think about on that journey, my hopes, my fears, my struggles. And I kind of invited into that conversation a couple of AI. So we'll kind of go back and forth with words, okay, with visuals. And so what you see in terms of the photo prints on canvases, those are the result of those conversations. Right? Now, I think some of the interesting ones that are in that particular series would be Perhaps one which I think also relates to some of the works that are here in this particular show. So like one of it is called Making Something Out of Nothing. So it's an image that I created, when I saw how my patients that I was working with creating something out of nothing. And so it was based off pipe cleaners, and so they were making a bouquet of flowers, and so that I reflected on that and made my response art. Another one that I think is also interesting is Unveiling a Hidden Path. That's the last one in the series, and in that particular one you kind of see how, as I kind of go through all these different, well, you can call it trials and tribulations, and reflections, I think I end up on this path where I find kind of, to use the metaphor, light at the end of the tunnel.
The title of my artwork is It Matters. It's an installation of 700 ceramic flower petals, and the flower I chose is white lotus. Why white lotus is because I'm brought up as a Buddhist, and lotus is quite significant in presence in our religion. And also lotus also have this symbol of rebirth. It will, every night it will sink down, and then it will actually emerge for the next day. So each flower petals actually captured the conversation I have with my patient. There are 700 of them since I start this journey in palliative care. My first patient, I still remember her vividly, which is serial number 001. On the flower petal is also the date that I first had met her. And on that petal was written last rites, because her conversation with me was about what she wants in her funeral. And she would keep telling me about how should I tell my son? When is the best time to tell my son? This is not the right time. So we have this continuous conversation about that, and that really left an impression on how a person has this last wish and yet found this difficulty in expressing to their loved ones. So in each petal that you see on my installation art is different moments that I have with my patients.
My artwork is titled Do You Notice? It consists of 8 ceramic snails that are placed in obscure areas of the room. I always find myself having an affinity with snails, and I'm using this as a metaphor for the simple but precious moments in life. Just like when we walk along paths, sometimes if you do not notice, we can actually step and kill the snails, right? So this is an invitation for all of us to pay attention to all these moments that are simple but so important to us. And it's also a tribute to the children I work with in the hospital. So these children have cancer and they may stay in the hospital for a long time. Sometimes it's really boring for them, nothing to do. But yet, there's always this desire to grow, to learn, to explore. So I hope that the audience will have some fun and curiosity and playfulness as they look for the snails around the room as well. So for my ceramic snails, it's challenging because they are so small and also fragile, just like real snails. So in the process of firing them or even transporting them, it was quite challenging, and many of them, the tentacles actually broke off and I had to make new ones. So even in transporting them, I felt like a pregnant mommy trying to protect and safeguard the child. Yeah, so I think this is also kind of resembling how it's to pay attention to these little moments in life.
My work is called Masak. It really is about exploring the self, using different kinds of materials, engaging the inner child in us to play in a very open and in a very safe manner. And so it also is about encountering yourself at different points of play, and also making sense and meaning of what that would be for me, and also for the many people that I've met in my work. And so as art therapists, I guess we engage play as a very fundamental way to invite people to the art therapy process. And so a lot of times, I think we might not have the time or the space to do that. And so this is a great opportunity for me to invite myself to play.
My work is called What Do Ants Dream About? It's a work about how one encounters with little moments of joy and wonder with the self, with others, with the world. It's a work that hopefully invites viewers to consider material in a playful way. I used a lot of scrap materials to create my piece, and I think as an art therapist, I use a lot of scrap materials to create my work, and as an art therapist, I enjoy the process of creativity using any material that one can find just at home or in the trash.
My artwork is called Tears of the Fallen Leaves. So this artwork is actually layers and layers of leaves where I had to go outside and get fallen leaves and do printmaking on my leaves. So it's actually talking about the stories of each patient that I have encountered, and it is part of my self-care and me offloading my emotions onto the artwork as part of caring for myself.
The title of my work is Bedside Musings. It composes of a series of 4 images that captures really some of the intimate moments or encounters I have with my patients by the bedside, sometimes towards the end of their lives. And yeah, together with the artworks are some questions for reflections and contemplations that I invite viewers to also partake in as they view the images.
So I guess the main challenge would be finding time to meet and talk and discuss about things, because everyone has very busy schedules and also commitments, and really this is a big project, it seems, from the get-go. But I think what helps is that everybody is quite encouraging, and we do work very well together, and we're very understanding of our limitations as well. And so other than trying to negotiate the time that is needed for this, mainly it's also meeting the timelines, and really grateful that we do have Moni especially, and of course Shu Ning and a couple others who are pretty good with helping us to keep in check and on schedule. Yeah, and so I guess the main challenge would be time.
I hope that the audience who come for this show would actually see art as just another form of language. In my experience working with the patients in palliative care, a lot of them tell me that they have not painted since their primary school, secondary school days. And yet, if you think about it, during the caveman time, we just doodle and draw. That is the first language that we have. So I would like them to see the possibilities. I mean, art is just another language that we could really explore and connect with people.
One of my hopes for our audience or viewers to our art show is, to come with an open mind and bring your curiosity, your playfulness, and yeah, just experience what feelings, emotions, insights, thoughts that might surface for you as you encounter each of the artwork and learn more about them through the write-up. Most importantly, I guess it's to bring the topic of, what matters to us.
I've known everybody here for about 6 years, and this group has been ongoing for, I think, much longer. Yes, so this is our safe space. This group is our safe group, and it is an excellent ground for us to get together, to discuss, to talk about our exhibition and how we would like to to go on, and it's really surprising because us coming together as a support group and making the exhibition real is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been like one of the most joyful projects I've undertaken, and I think it's been nothing short of being like amazing, because I think if you've been on any projects or you've been like a chairperson or a member, you know, you've always have like a proposal, like the Excel form with everything all set out and hoping that everybody will pick up the roles and fulfill the task. So in our case, it went beyond that. As in, we had a proposal, but everybody just put in their level best, and then the plan just was always like a work in progress and kept evolving, and there were more tasks to do, more ideas, and everybody just chipped in and picked up the slack. There was no worry of not being able to put in as much when we were busy, and there were those who just did a lot more than others and we didn't mind. So everything was very, very fluid, but yet things were moving very quickly. So I think it probably has something to do with how we are trained and the work that we do. There's a lot of uncertainty and things are always changing with our patients, and we adapt to how they are, we meet the need where it is. So I think this entire journey was very fulfilling and meaningful, like the work that we do, and yeah, it's super fantastic. That's all I can say.
So I must say that I've been very, very appreciative of the support that we've received from Art Outreach, and I think the team agrees wholeheartedly. But I think without this support, we would not have been able to kind of like even realize this project. But at the same time, I think even when we were here in the space, I think just the logistical support, the tech support, and I think you guys were really very encouraging. So I think it helped us to be able to put up the show in a way that help us realize that vision. Yeah.
It is very special that us as a group art therapists to come together to showcase what we have, because I think in the Singapore setting, art therapists are not very well known perhaps, and this is our time to bring to the audience a different slice of how we showcase our artworks. It might be quite different from how an artist would showcase their artworks. Like what Shu Ning has mentioned, it is our response art, a slice of our encounters with our patients, our lives, and what we would like to bring to the audience. So this is our strength in this exhibition.